Losers have problems, but winners have solutions. So ask yourself this question. Are you a machine that focuses on problems, or is your machine designed to find solutions? This one thing will determine your entire success in life. And for others, they are on top of life. Are you screwing life, or is life screwing you? If you're getting screwed by life, that means that you are getting so overwhelmed, like you can't swim, and you just, every day is like trying to survive, every month, every year. If you feel like you're always struggling and getting nowhere, then chances are life is on top of you and you're overwhelmed. So let us make you a winner, so you can actually live a life that you enjoy living, so that you can have some freedom, because life was not meant to be lived by being a slave. So, first things first, all of the things that we've focused on during our life has been conditioned through habit. So there's going to be some things we have to unlearn and uncondition ourselves with, some habits that we're going to have to break. So there's two aspects to our being. Our unconscious, which is the intelligence of our body, and our conscious mind, which is the ego or the intellect. The body speaks the language of emotions, and the mind speaks the language of patterns. And so whatever we have strong emotions about, that data becomes recorded in our body. And what this does, it fuels our unconscious identity. And this unconscious identity, it determines the things that we focus our attention on. So if we have a negative unconscious identity, then typically we will be naturally inclined to focus on things that are negative, or on the negative side of any situation. And we get caught in a spiral loop of death, because once you keep reinforcing this negative self-identity, it becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. So you focus on more and more negative things, so it becomes stronger. And then before you know it, you are in hell, and your life is terrible, and everything's going wrong, and everything's overwhelming you. And you don't even know how you got here. This is why. Usually it's not your fault. Usually it's some kind of trauma that you experienced, could be decades ago, that is still lingering in your body. I would say the first step is slowing down just a bit. Because when we're going 100 miles an hour through life, often all of our actions are reaction-based. We're not actually choosing our decisions. A thought comes and we react to it. A situation presents itself and we react to it. But we're not consciously creating our reality. And so if you're not clear on who you want to be and what life you want to live, you will have no idea what actions you need to take in the present moment to become that person who is living the life that you desire. So you have to slow down and begin thinking, what life do I want to live? It surprises me all the time. People don't seem to ask themselves this question. Does anybody know where they're going? Perhaps not. Once you know where you are going, you have an idea of who you need to become. You have a blueprint for an identity that you can grow into. And so once you take a day or two to think about your dream life, and this evolves over time, of course, but once you are clear about the dream, you find who you need to become to live that dream, and then you backstep to the present moment and say, what are the daily actions and tasks that I need to engage in to become the person? Don't focus on achieving the dream. You don't need to focus on the result. Because by becoming the person who is already living that life, the life just comes along for the ride. It just manifests in your life automatically because you attract it. Just as who you've been has attracted the life that you are now living, who you will become will attract that new life. When you focus on the process and not the outcome, this is how you become a winner. Because if you focus on the result, you feel like a loser every time life isn't going the way you want it to go. But if you focus on the process of becoming this character, then no matter what, you always win. Every step along the way is a win because you are engaging in the action that is going to lead you to your dream outcome. So you don't need to think about the dream. You think about the action that is in front of you. And you see, when you are so busy going in the right direction, all the wrong things are unable to distract you and take you off course. But when you have no clear vision, the distractions can come in and steal your energy and your attention all the time. So if you want to look good for the summertime, when you exercise, that is a win, because the exercise will lead you to that outcome. If you exercise and always look for the outcome, then eventually you'll give up, because you won't see the results, and you say, why am I putting all my energy into this? Remember that energy is the force of creation, and our mind is a tool that directs the flow of energy. So what we give our attention to, that is what we create. So the entire quality of our life is determined by the quality of the things that we focus our attention on. And so in order to create the reality that you desire, you have to focus on the 1, 2, 3 things that will get you there, and cut out all the noise, all the distractions, which is why you need clarity. Because without clarity, you will not know what actions to engage in, and you will naturally fall to distractions. So people fail in life for a few reasons. One is that their attention is so distracted that this force of creation is not able to grow anything. It's like you grow a garden and you plant some tomatoes and you water it for a few weeks and you don't see any results, and then you say, okay, I'm going to go plant some potatoes. I'm going to stop watering these tomatoes and I'm going to go mess around over here. And you do the same thing. You water it for a few weeks or maybe a few months. Maybe there's some results, but they're not good enough for you. And so you say, this isn't really working. I'm going to go do something else. You stop watering it. The tomatoes die. The potatoes die. Because things are only sustained by the life that you give them. The moment you take your attention and focus away, they begin to wither and die. If you were really good at playing the piano at 10 years old, but you stopped playing it for 20 years, then the skills won't really be there anymore. And then the other reason why people fail is because they're focused in the wrong direction. They might be busy all the time, they might be taking action, but they have no clear vision of the future. So they're using up all their energy running around in circles, like on a hamster wheel. The process of success is quite simple. You have a clear vision of the future. You have a clear vision of who you need to become to live that future. You reverse engineer it so that you can understand the daily habits and tasks that you need to engage in to become that person. Now you can focus on 1, 2, or 3 things. Cut out all the distractions, everything that doesn't bring you closer to your desired outcome. And then you put one foot in front of the other, allowing yourself to experience the wins of the process and let go of your attachment to the outcome.